Do you want to study engineering and get all A's? Well, it's not hard. In every class, you're given a syllabus with everything you're expected to learn. There's always a clear path to success in school, and I'm convinced that anyone can graduate with an engineering degree. If you don't believe me, the next 4 minutes are my story on how I went from getting C's and D's to becoming a straight A student practically overnight, and also the sacrifice that came with doing so. Growing up, I could never sit still. I love playing soccer, riding my bike, exploring nature, and you can see how this directly clashes with the school environment. In high school, I was the most mediocre student you could possibly find on campus. I wasn't motivated by my classes at all, and just wanted to make dumb YouTube videos instead. With zero direction in life and college quickly approaching, I took an online test to see what career was best fit for me. And I got recommended to become a teacher. Fuck that, is that some kind of sick joke? So I landed on engineering because I love building stuff, and engineering seemed like it would actually be practical. My first 2 years of college, I was still incredibly mid, and even failed calculus too. But I blamed the nightmare of a professor who spawned straight from the gates of hell with a math textbook in his hand. I was halfway through college, still feeling very lost and getting terrible grades. But on my 20th birthday, everything finally clicked. I'd always seen how hard I could work on the things I was passionate about, but I never poured the same level of effort into school. I was a junior in college, and that's when I decided I would commit a full year to seeing how successful I could be at school when actually trying for once. From that point on, I attended class every day with purpose and was eager to learn. I took notes and put my phone down during lectures. Every homework I got, I would complete the day it was assigned, and if I had any questions, I would go to office hours. I found that by doing these 3 things and doing them consistently, I was actually learning for once. And when it came time for the exams, I no longer felt the need to cram an all-nighter the night before. With good time management skills and consistency, I surprisingly found more balance in my life than ever before. I was in the best shape of my life, eating the healthiest I ever had, and my social life was great. Best of all, I was getting straight A's in all of my advanced engineering level courses. Reaching this point of getting all A's was actually not a hard process, and as soon as I started being consistent, the results came very quickly. But don't get me wrong, with this lifestyle of optimizing for good grades came sacrifice, and without even noticing it, my creative outlets all started to slowly slip away from my life. My first semester getting all A's, I was ecstatic. I had proven to myself that I was capable of being smart and could actually succeed in engineering. The second semester, I thought, cool, I've done it twice now to show that the first time wasn't luck. By the third and fourth semester, it was an expectation, and anything less would have made me feel utterly disgusted with myself. My entire identity and self-worth became what grade I got. I started to disregard the actual reasons I even started in the first place, which was to actually learn. By the time I started graduate school, doing well didn't even really give me an ounce of pleasure. I had mastered the art on how to take shortcuts to maintaining a high GPA while putting in the least amount of effort possible. But this meant I was no longer pushing myself to learn and grow as a person. I was just playing this memorization game, where I would memorize the steps to solve the problems I knew were most likely to show up on the exam, and when the tests were over, I would receive a high grade to only then feel guilty about it, because I knew I wasn't truly learning. The education system really rewards pattern recognition and those who can be disciplined enough to do as they're told. I guess that's the lesson of the video if all you're interested in is getting good grades. But the problem here is that academia rarely rewards risk-taking, innovation, and creativity, which I believe are all things that we as engineers need to actually succeed in the real world. At the end of 2025, I realized I'd gotten carried away with only optimizing my life around getting good grades. And that's when I decided to reinvent myself once again. So, what does it mean to be a holistic engineer? To me, it means 3 things. Number 1 is to have interests and hobbies outside of school. They're important to prevent burnout, make us human, and can teach us all of the communication and soft skills that go into being a good engineer in the real world. Number 2 is experimentation. Get involved in passion projects or clubs, as those are the experiences that'll help you figure out what you want to do in life, more than any thermodynamics course ever will. And finally, number 3 is to fail. Challenge yourself to fail over and over, even if that means committing to the harder class you're genuinely interested in over the easy class you'll learn nothing in but easily get an A in. Now, how do I plan on reinventing myself? Well, in 2026, I've decided to start this YouTube channel as a means to bring my creativity back, work on engineering projects, and not have my entire identity be tied down to school and grades. I plan to apply the lessons from this video by primarily focusing the channel on wacky robotics projects. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, as well as video essays such as this one, consider subscribing. And if you're currently in school for engineering, or thinking about it, just remember to stay consistent, remove all distractions while you're in lecture, do your homework in time, and most importantly, make sure to have a life and identity outside of school.